So, it's been a while. I left off with introducing a project for September where I was planning on tracking everything I wore, all the makeup products I wore um, over the month, and then kind of analyzing what that meant, I guess. And I mentioned that one of the reasons for that was because I started school. I went back to school. Uh, so by the end of September, that really started kicking my butt. And I was not able to make a video at that time about what my findings were. And I did make some notes. I have them on my laptop, on my lap, as it were. And my flaw with that project was that I was adding to what my process was. My process was that I was taking a picture of the makeup I wore. Like after I finished doing my makeup, I would put it down on my desk or wherever I was doing my makeup. And then I would take a picture of all the products I used. And then at the end of the week or whenever I would get to it, I would use that picture to then write in a table what I was using. And then I was using Notion, and I would sort the products in descending. And the fact that I was it wasn't like a blind test. I could see what was winning week by week, and it was influencing what I was using. So by the end of September, I knew I wasn't going to be able to make a video. So then in October, I decided to continue with my experiment. But what I did was I continued taking pictures after I finished my makeup each morning, but I didn't make the table until the end of October. And so, I mean, I kind of knew what I was using a lot of, because, I know what I was reaching for a lot. I mean, how could you not, but it was interesting to go through and make that table. It was fun. But I think that iteration of the project was much more successful. And there was actually a huge change in October for me because, well, I'll go through. I made some notes at the end of September. Okay, there wasn't, there was a change. Okay, let's just talk about it. So one thing that has hugely impacted my makeup wearing life. I mean, obviously, going back to school has had a huge impact on it. And I'll get to that when I talk more about what I was wearing in October. But what happened in September is that I became super sensitive to scented lip products. So I think I've talked on my channel before about how I suffer from migraines. And going back to school and having that huge change really affected my migraines as well. I mean, the stress, it's no surprise, but I just found myself unable to wear a lot of my scented lip products, and I'm having a lot longer days, and having that, choosing a scented lip product to wear for 8 hours or more just became a non-option for me. So one of my top lip products for September was Clinique Black Honey. I received this as a gift for my birthday in the summer. I had filmed I had filmed like a collected summer haul that I never ended up editing just because I got so busy with school. But that was one of the products um, that I received, and it ended up being like a go-to lip product because it's unscented. I mean, like the stuff that I wore a lot of in September was brow gel, clear or tinted, condensate, blush, powder because it was still like summer weather, and my sunscreen was just making me so, I mean, radiant perhaps, but I just need to really pack the powder on. So I was wearing a lot of powder and I was wearing a bit of concealer. So those things were really in the top. And then when I was wearing eyeshadow, I was really only wearing cream eyeshadows or gray powder eyeshadows. I thought that was interesting. And the things that I did not wear once in September were my eyeshadow singles, any of them, and highlighter. In October, October was really rough for me. And I basically ended up just wearing base products every time I wore my makeup. I ended up actually wearing makeup more times in October, and this is for a few reasons. I ended up having more um, school stuff. I don't want to get too into it, but we just ended up having more school events. It's a little bit of an atypical program, and I was just showing up to more things more times a week. So I had more makeup wearing events. And I was basically only wearing base products the entire month. And what, and I, so what am I trying to say? I was really struggling, and I ended up kind of self-soothing by buying a few drugstore makeup products, and a lot of them ended up being color correctors. I keep saying that a lot. I feel like this month I really ended up, this month I really found a love for color correctors. So I bought a blue color corrector to mix in with my Fenty Eavesdrops a few months ago, I think maybe 2 months ago now. And then in October or maybe late September, it was definitely September, I bought a green color corrector and an under eye corrector. And those, even though I bought them in October, they are some of the most used products for me this month. And I also used my concealer more than ever, kind of like spreading it around. Today when I did my makeup, I am going out later for like a study session with some friends. So except for the eyes today, I have done like a very typical base makeup situation for me. So I don't have anything on my lips except for the Tower 28 lip softy in the like SOS vanilla one. And I have been wearing that so much. I also got that this month, and I'm already like, it's showing a lot of use. I've used it so much. That one it doesn't have any fragrance except for vanillin. And I have read online that people who are sensitive to fragrance, not like migraine wise, but like skin reaction wise, usually have an easier time with vanillin. And I have found it easier for me to handle as well. It smells like real vanilla to me. It's not a very strong fragrance, and the product moisturizes my lips really well. I need to always have something on my lips, something moisturizing. So I have a lot of lip balms. I have a lot of unscented lip balms now. I've been really enjoying the Aquaphor lip balms, both the stick and the tube kinds. They're both, I think, great. I think they have like the same ingredients in the same order. I don't know what makes one like a solid and one a liquid, but there you go. Yeah, so basically my top products for October were mostly the same. In October, I've got, brows, condensate blush, powder, the Tower 28 balm, under eye corrector. The green corrector and concealer both got equal use, even though the corrector was purchased this month. So a lot of days, it seems, I would wear only green color corrector and not concealer. Some days I'll wear both. And I also got a CoverGirl Smoky Taupe eyeliner. And I wear it a lot when I wear both corrector and concealer under my eyes, because I find that it that look really blanks out my under eyes, and I feel like it makes my eyes look weird. And then putting that eyeliner just under my eyes helps make it look more back to normal, I feel. That eyeliner, I don't actually know if I would recommend it because it's very small. So the value is not good. It doesn't want to show up on the eyes, but for my purposes, it works because it's like the tiniest shadow under my lower lashes that just makes it look like natural. It's like a very low contrast shadow. It looks very natural for me, but it really doesn't want to show up ever. So I don't know if I'd actually recommend it. But it works for my purposes. I have tried to film this interjection like 4 times and I keep hitting the wrong buttons. But I was watching my footage back and I forgot to. I just wanted to articulate something that I didn't originally, which was that the biggest difference in my September makeup use and my October makeup use is that oh my god, I have the same products basically with the most use in both months, but in September, I have a lot of variation around those products. So I have a lot of products with like 1 or 2 uses that month. But in October, I basically only use those products. Yeah. What I have learned kind of through these 2 months and through like the life change that I've had through these 2 months is that I have a lot of products that just don't suit my lifestyle anymore. And with the program, my school program that I'm in, it's kind of heralding in this life change and this lifestyle change, that like the products that I had, or that I have, I guess, that were for like a lifestyle, like fun makeup that I am like digging around every day. I just don't have a use for them anymore, and they're old. What I'm saying is I want to declutter. A declutter is looming. I'm itching to do a declutter in my makeup and in my closet. And I'm thinking about filming the closet declutter as well. I know that's not really what I do on my channel, but that might be fun. I just don't know when I'll have time to film this. I'm in the last month of my term, and then after that I have 2 weeks of practicum. Filming and then editing. I think I've said before that editing is like editing is a real struggle for me, so I don't know when these things will go up, but the declutter I feel really needs to happen. I was already planning on decluttering at the end of the year, but I feel like it might need to happen sooner now that I can really see what is getting used and what isn't. And that's not to say, like, because I know that, um, in the fall months, I really like a darker eye and less colorful eyes. And so in these 2 months, I haven't really been using my colorful eyeshadows that much. I'm not going to declutter my colorful eyeshadows right now. You know, I'm not going to base my declutter on just these 2 months of use. But I don't know. It's just there's a new. I feel like, and this might be dramatic, and I recognize that. I feel like I'm kind of breaking out of my chrysalis, and I need to leave some stuff behind. It's happening, and not everything can stay. So yeah, so that's where I've been, and that's what was happening with my project. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.